Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, Rich, you had to go do something, alright? So I'm Alien Zich, for those of you who don't know. Yeah, I got a little bit of a youth reduction there. They took off 200 years. So I sound a little different. That's what we do as aliens. Alright. Everybody up, huh? How you doing? Yeah. Alright, we're getting everybody back here in the show. We're live, yeah, as if you can't tell. Hello. That's right, we changed it up. Now you're in my store. You're in my shop. I'm doing the words. I'm talking. And I'm gonna act like Rich, but I'm gonna look like me. Alright? Here we go. In 3, 2. It's gonna suck. 1. Alright, so we had a little bit of a little freeze up here. It happens. So when we come back from the freeze, I like to wear either, a different pair of shoes, maybe some galoshes. I like that. Tonight I changed the lights up. That's it. Nothing else. Everything's back to normal on kingdomofnye.com. So you guys know we're streaming there on YouTubes, Twitters, Periscopes, Restream, Facebooks, all over the place. Shabush all over your face. So let's get back to the show, shall we? Sure. What were we talking about? Now, I didn't have any videos playing for anybody watching. I was reading from Wikipedia. The old Wick. John Wikipedia. Hold on a second. Hold on. What the hell's going on? What are you guys doing? No, don't. Come on, I need that. Hey, no. Why? Why can't I? 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 Don't. Don't. You just look at me like that. I don't like it. You don't give me a reason. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Why? No, why? Tell me. I don't understand. Stop. Let go. Let go. I know. Why can't you do that, though? You can do this all by yourself. You don't need me. So what? Now, where are you taking me? No, it's over here. You gotta put it on over here. Come on. It's over here. You want me to do it? Alright. Well, let's do it. I didn't know I had to do it. You could have done this just as easily. I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's cool at all. Now look. So it doesn't matter what you want. Well, we haven't done it in that lighting in a long time. I just wanted to do something different. I don't know. I don't care anymore. Do whatever you want. Yeah. All right. Okay, we back? Yeah. Let me see something. The camera's not on? Hello? Hello? What's wrong with this now? Okay, it's working. Hello? Hello? Tippy toe. Tippy toe. Tippy toe. Tippy toe. Okay. Tippy toe. All right. Put it back. All right. I had no choice. I don't know what happened. All I know is the screen froze. I had to restart the computer. Next thing I know, here we are. What were we talking? Oh, we were talking about Cleo. She shut it down. She shut the show down with her she shed shit. Anyway, she died a couple of years ago. Her real name was Yuri Del Harris. Excuse me. There she is. She was high as a mother, too. She was high. And you know what kills me? when the stream goes down like that. Because, you know, everybody was just comfortable for a minute, you know. Remember what I said last show? They usually shut us down in the first 20, and then if we go another hour, they shut us down in the next first 20, which they did at 8:02. They're getting me early into the show. They realized doing it at 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it ain't working. No, it's the internet. I know it is. I know for a fact it's the internet. And I'm really pissed, and I'm going to cancel, not the internet, because I can't, because they're the only provider. How do you like them apples? I have to use them. They're the fastest. I'm going to be working at home. I can't use anybody else because everybody else is a fifth of the speed of what I'm going to be using. Anyway, I digest. What else was I going to talk about tonight? I'm a little bit upset because some days it just gets to you. It just gets to me. Global warming. Look, I even forgot to put part 2 on here. Dang it. God, I can't fix it now. I'm such a schmoho. So global warming. I don't know what the hell I was going to do. I think I had a video I was going to play for you. And it's too long. I realize that you guys I can't do that to you. Play things that are over 5 minutes long. 4 minutes. You know? It's not your fault. I don't know. My stream looks good. Looks nice. There's the jerk off. Jerkweed. Gosh. Hey, that's how he does it. Yeah, that's how I do it. All right, I'm pulling something up here because I need to get... Okay, hold on. I have things I need to talk about, and I am so befuddled and I'm confused. I just don't feel right, man. It's very frustrating when you get all revved up to do the show and then it gets interrupted. And there's just some nights where it doesn't bother me and some nights where it's annoying. And I can't help it. So I was talking about the plasma balls and all that stuff before. Here's a video about it. It's pretty cool, actually. I thought you guys might like it.
CSCC's papers on plasma physics were published out of Romania. In this case, a study of ways in which plasma mimics the self-organization and behaviors associated with living cells.
This is the case.
In June of 2002, over 500 academics assembled in Boston in the USA for the 4th International Conference on Complex Systems. Out of more than 200 papers presented there, 43 were chosen to be published in the conference proceedings. 2 of those were papers by these Romanian scientists discussing just how lifelike formations of plasma state gases can seem. Specifically, a complex space charge configuration, or as one article casually called it, a plasma blob. Wallace Thornhill told me he prefers the term anode tuft, as seen here. The authors likened an anode tuft, or CSCC's electrical double layer, to a cell membrane, through which it acquires preferential matter to maintain its structure. In this study, here are a couple of its team members. They mention just how a CSCC will adjust itself to preserve cohesion when the charge sustaining it drops below critical levels. This plasma blob will also divide in two when current is sufficiently increased. The research team pointed out that a CSCC will make adjustments to its internal space charge configuration and its self-regulatory behaviors in order to preserve its structural cohesion in a changing temperature environment. These spheres display an observable rhythmic and cyclic nature to their self-regulatory physics, which the researchers liken to the inhalation and exhalation of organisms. Here on the 5th page of this article is a cool description of this effect in such plasma forms, for any unfamiliar with it. The authors also mentioned in this paper that a CSCC can interact with similar plasma blobs. Electromagnetic energy emitted by one CSCC in a steady state is received by others through resonance absorption. So in light of these lifelike traits, the authors have presented at multiple science conferences the idea that CSCCs might be one starting point for the eventual, increasingly complex and living forms. They might arise at the striking point of lightning, or move from one region to another colder region where new chemical synthesis is possible. And into these chemical mixtures, they bring with them likely the first regulating membrane conceived on a planet. As far as I understand their theory, the CSCC would have transferred its spatial charge configuration into future chemical forms, providing the gases and fluids of a planet with this very consequential path of expression. Whatever your beliefs about the beginnings of life on a planet, formed by many thoughts and intuitions you've assessed over the years, I hope this theory, born of laboratory experiments, excites your imagination with some fraction of the intrigue that the researchers themselves have felt.
That's wickedly wild. Wild, wild, wild. So, they're creating life. They pretty much said everything I said. Don't know why I played it, because I thought it would be a little different, and it wasn't. I did want to talk about something here. Because a lot of people I don't know, I was watching TV and they talked about this guy who broke the world record for going around the world in a balloon, Steve Fawcett. And he went missing. And this is a guy who broke all kinds of records, things like that. Speed records, all kinds of cool. He's like a daredevil. But anyway, he had a lot of time flying around in airplanes. He knew airplanes, Bermuda Triangle goes up missing. The Bermuda Triangle does not have any more or any less missing boats, crashed boats, submarines, all sorts of aquatic floating devices, is no different than any other place on Earth. You know that? It's true. These things happen. Like what? Oh, you don't think? What about the forests? People go missing in the forests, don't they? Right? All the time. Antarctica. People go climb Mount Everest, never find them again. Where are they going? Are people really disappearing, being whisked away into a sort of Stargate unintentionally? Or are they just missing? Boats that go down, planes that go down in the Pacific. Do you know how hard it is to find anything in the Pacific? How huge it is? Flat earthers would have you believe it's just a straight shot right around the corner. But it's awesomely huge and very hard to see anything. And believe it or not, most of these crashes or sinkings that happen, they go under the water rather quickly. By the time a distress signal gets to the port and by the time they get out there, it could be easily 15 minutes. It doesn't take that long. People go missing in the ice, Antarctica, climbing mountains, forests even. They could fall down in trenches, get knocked out, get taken away by a bear or a wild animal. We always seem to want to run to the alien abduction or something mystical must have happened. Bigfoot came out of nowhere. Or Yeti. Or the abominable snowman. Whatever. People go missing because people just go missing. And I don't think 99.9% of them have anything to do with anything than just getting lost. Or if you're in the forest, somebody taking you. There's just normal. What I'm saying is there's normal reasons. This isn't something that always has to be UFO. Does it? What was that show? Not a show, but there's that place where like hundreds or maybe thousands of people go missing in the national parks. Well, I know that. See, in the national parks, I think people are getting lost. But it's supposedly an awful lot of people, like more than it should be. So maybe what's happening is at the parks, just like the Bermuda Triangle has some wacky electromagnetic wave or something's going on, maybe in the forests, it's a Bigfoot tribe. But they're dressed up like the Rangers and they run the parks. And what are they like? Meat. And what's always over there? People. What are they? Meat. Ha! It's Bigfoot. Eating us. Hey. Why not? That's just as good as anybody else's story. And I'm not even joking. That's the sad thing. I mean, I'm throwing that out there as a possibility. That's how crazy this world's gotten. That might be a possibility. That Bigfoot's eating people. Richie from Boston does. I do. Yeah, I know. 49, not now. It's people. Right? And what's happening up in the big, tall snow mountains of Antarctica, maybe even the North Pole? Nobody ever talks about the North Pole anymore, right? Is it because of Santa? Bastard. It's got to be because of Santa. Now, all the aliens are at Antarctica. I'm telling you, there's something special. Richard Byrd saw it when he was down there in, I don't know, 1611. Who cares? He was down there. I know what he said he saw. He saw what looked like to be tropical, if not very nice looking, snowless landscape with water running rivers, whatever he said. What if we're living? Hey, keep it down. This is serious talk. What if Antarctica is like the gate? You know what I mean? Like, what if Antarctica, hear me out. I'm not saying the world is flat, but let's say we're living in some sort of freaking, I don't know, a bigger planet than we know. And there's only a certain amount, like, to give the illusion that what we're living in, maybe the moon plays a role in it. And maybe that's why those astronauts acted so weird when they got back. Because that was the first time they ever came in contact maybe with an alien species. And maybe they now have to work with us because we have the technology to get to another place on the globe that we weren't able to get to before. And if you look at the time when it happened, airplanes were starting to go really far, right? They were able to go around the world, but still they were staying away from that region because it was dangerous. And they are not used to flying here, maybe in this atmosphere, and they crashed. Or, like, I really think, I don't know, man, freaking A, I think we're working with us But it's like another colony of people over there after you get over the ice wall. Seriously, no joke. Like, the Earth is round. Let's just say it is. But that side, that colony has to work with us over here now. So we keep people out of there. And maybe sometimes the UFOs that we see, it's just them making sure that if we start a World War III, we don't go over there. I don't know. I don't know. But there's got to be a reason why there's like 4 new UFO shows out. You had Unidentified. You had a new season that I just realized last week. I forgot to mention it. Not Alien Highway, but that's another one. Alien Highway. And not Unidentified. It's just another UFO show, and it's really good. It's better than Alien Highway and Unidentified. Actually, Unidentified, I'm giving it a C-. I don't think it was that good. It was below average. Below average. But I was interested because it's what we talk about. But a lot of UFO stuff. A few years ago, we were thin on the UFO shows. And these well, if you want to throw in Ancient Aliens, there's a 4. Actually, there is another one, and I can't think of it. There's a total of 5 new shows that came on already this year. Not new, but 3 or 4. I think 3 out of the 5 were brand new shows. Why now? So I keep thinking of it. I can't stop it. I can't help it. I just don't believe what I see. See, and I don't think there's going to be disclosure. So, does that mean that this stuff isn't happening? No. I don't understand it. I'm telling you, I have never been so confused. Never. Never. I thought I had it figured out, and I don't. I'm admitting it. All I know is this. Here's all I can tell you. All I know is that something's up because of so much activity. That's all I can tell you. I don't know what. I want to believe I almost really like it because in a way, if you looked at Unidentified, the TV show, and you look at these other shows, the Alien Highway and this other one I can't remember, those 3 shows really you could say there's fear-mongering going on. Like, the aliens aren't happy in a lot of these new episodes and the things that they're saying. They would bring it up in the past. They would say, could these aliens be hostile? Or, but now they're getting into it. Like, they're really playing out the scenario. What happens if this type of alien hits? What happens if this type of alien happens and they do this? They could do anything they want if they're real. So I think to myself, well, maybe they're not aliens. Maybe it's us. We found this technology, I think. I think we found it. I don't know if it was the Americans. I'm thinking it's the Russians or Germans found it. And I'm leaning towards Russia first. I think something was happening in the early 1900s with Russia. Then it spewed over into Germany before the war. Hitler went nuts. He must have found something or heard something or he was convinced of something. But damn it. I think, honestly, the Kecksburg object is the actual object that they were building. The Die Glocke is, I think, what it was called. Die Glocke. And it was a bell-shaped UFO. And that's what they saw in Kecksburg. I think it time jumped. I do. And I don't know why. I've been thinking that for a very long time. before I was into UFOs. That was a thought of mine. Anyway, here's a little video to keep you a little bit happy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Why not?
Senior trial. In this video, I'm going to analyze the season finale of the show Unidentified, Inside America's UFO Investigation, Episode 6.
Been a while.
Now, a lot of people are making a huge deal out of Episode 6, where a group of Italian researchers apparently came to the conclusion that a UFO in 2004 shot an electromagnetic beam at a helicopter's rotor and forced that helicopter to make an emergency landing. And these researchers also apparently came to the conclusion that 80 miles off the coast of northern Sicily, out in the open ocean, some anomalous source, perhaps under the water, was shooting electromagnetic beams into a small fishing village and causing mysterious fires there. But the thing about it is, if you watch Episode 6 clearly, Elizondo never conveys whether or not he buys in to the assessment that these Italian investigators are making. He's merely listening to what they have to say, and it really doesn't go beyond that. For this reason, I'm not really buying into the narrative.
Gotta stop it. Gotta stop this. What in the Cro-Mag man is going on here?
Narrative that Episode 6 is fear-mongering. I don't think it...
He has got this... It's a cowlick in his beard. This part of his beard is growing at a weird angle, and over here it's normal.
It's fear-mongering to simply listen to what
mother.
investigators have to say and hear them out. Not only that, but in Episode 6, Elizondo states the following, referencing the alleged Italian UAP incidents. This was the first time that myself, even being an ATIP, was ever aware of an actual hostile act. Now, to put this in context, Elizondo joined ATIP in 2008. I think it might have been...
Can I say something real quick? Thank you. Okay. First of all, and I think I mentioned this the other day, that in this Episode 6, the Italians were wanting to share stories with Elizondo, and Elizondo's like, I can't tell you that. I'm still sworn to secrecy. You can tell us. We told you. Well, this guy, this Italian official, quote unquote, or ex-official, whatever you want to call it, he tells this story smiling, which is awfully creepy. Awfully creepy. About a UFO shooting a beam, and I talked about this, right? Yeah. And I don't think he's telling the truth. I think this is a bullshit story that it shot a beam at. They don't have any evidence it shot a beam. That could be a UFO there. Could be. But I think that blade hit birds or a bird, because that's what it looks like. I don't think it was a beam. And I think they're making it up. I don't know. There's something fishy about this guy telling the story. Even though he's speaking it in Italian, his body language was all wrong. All wrong. The whole way it was told, everything about him was so off. Hey, maybe it's no, because even with the sound off, you can tell when somebody's lying. We all do the same stuff. Wipe our nose, scratch our nose, touch this or cross our arms. It's all universal. They do it in tribes that don't even speak. They click, and they still fold their arms when they're a little scared. So, look, I'm telling you, man, Elizondo was, what was he? He was a liar. Maybe not to us, but he was a professional liar. He had to lie to the enemy. What do they call that? Shill? He's shilling? He was shilling. This whole thing, I think we're being misdirected. I'm telling you, something is wrong. Very wrong.
Been OSAP at that time. In 2010, he became the director of ATIP. In 2017, he resigned from ATIP. So he was with this organization for quite a long time. And during that duration, he was investigating UFO events. So if it was really true that To the Stars Academy was trying to sow a narrative that UFOs are hostile, I think the last thing they would want Elizondo to state was, hey guys, during my tenure, I never came across even one single incident where a UFO was hostile. As far as the validity of the UFO...
Exactly. Lou Elizondo, in all of his years, never heard of any UFO shooting a beam being hostile, is what Hobo Joe here said. Hobo Jim just said. Hobo Jesus. Hey, how you doing, Hobo Jesus? You gonna talk with your arms again, you filthy animal? Look at that. White as a ghost. I think he's a ghost. I think, look at him. Looks like he's...
incident in which the helicopter was shot at, and the validity of the mysterious fires potentially coming from an anomalous source, I would say that neither of these have been debunked.
Hold on a second. I figured it out. Okay, check it out, man. Check it out. Something hit that airplane's blade, propeller, whatever. And it was over in the place where this energy was supposedly felt or picked up on equipment, which supposedly shot a beam and caused a couple of fires in the village nearby. Well, I don't think it was that. I think the helicopter was in the area. Something, maybe space debris, fell and hit the blade, the propeller, shot the piece, maybe cut it in half, tossed it 1/4 mile into the village and started the fires. What if all it was a meteor or an asteroid or whatever? And it was hot, and they may have thought they saw a beam. Who knows? Hey, nobody has any better evidence than what I just told you. What, they're going to show me a picture of a UFO, and they don't even get close in on it on the TV show. They stay just far enough away. You don't see any detail. You see a shape, but why didn't they get close? Because that's a fake picture. I'm on to this shit. I'm telling you, man. We're being played. That was a lie. Elizondo met with a bunch of liars. And, Elizondo may be trying to do the right thing. But also, I think he's got two missions. To do the right thing and do another thing. And I don't know what the other thing is. But he's using it as a cover for what he's really up to. I got a feeling. Meeting with other countries. Grabbing their information. He's probably telling them everything he knows. Yeah. You Elizondo, you're so faithful to your government that you won't share the secrets, but you'll quit on them because you're a little upset, because you gave up, because you didn't want to fight that fight anymore and try to get past the barriers. You gave up. You quit on your country. You think you're doing good? Anybody could have done this TV show. And to be honest with you guys, I'm going to be the first to say it. I would have much rather have seen Blink 182, Tom DeShong. I would have rather have watched him. Honest to God, I wanted Tom DeLonge to do what Elizondo was doing. I don't think it was right. I think it's bullshit. They gave him 6 sentences and 6 episodes total. And the poor guy's known for creating all of this. That's a bullshit move. And you know what? He had to eat it. And he took it like a man. And I'm giving him credit where credit is due. Whatever he did, he kept quiet. After that interview on the Joe Rogan Experience, he did the right thing. And you know what he did? He did what he was told to do. And that's be the F, shut up. Shut up. Or get out. And we can do it. What was that? Did you just give me a dirty look, Tom? No, I didn't know. Yeah, okay. Just remember, we run now. We run the show. Talking about your penis on Joe Rogan. You blew it, kiddo. Go back to Blink 182. Stupid kid. Had everything. Should we? Do we need to do this? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? No? All right, we won't do it now. But I tell you what, he's not going to say more than one sentence on every episode. That's it. 6 total. Yeah, you heard me right. You only have 6 total lines. What was that? What was that? I didn't quite hear you, Tom. Poor guy. Ain't got to deal with peoples like this Shimonide over here. Look at him. You know he has no woman in his life. Because no woman would let this happen. And if he has a guy in his life, no guy like that would let this happen. But you know who lets this happen? Single guys who live with their moms. Dun-dun-dun. I bet you he's a millionaire. I'm going to go out on a limb. I bet you this guy's loaded.
As some claim. On the other hand, I would also say
he is the brightest bulb on the tree.
that not enough evidence was given in episode 6 to substantiate them either. That being said, I will give you an excerpt from an Italian news source that talks about the fires that occurred in the small fishing village and how it really isn't conclusive at all, according to this article, that these fires have been debunked, as some claim. The local mayor remained unconvinced that a human being might well be behind the mysterious fires that have been plaguing his hamlet. I myself, along with law enforcement and national journalists, have seen objects burst into flames out of nowhere, said Mayor Calogero Beringhelli. Beginning in February 2004, items ranging from air conditioning units, fuse boxes, refrigerators and washing machines to microwave ovens and a car appear to have gone up in spontaneous combustion.
Okay. Think about it. Air conditioning units, those always go out. And in Mexico, right? Isn't this from Mexico? Or Italy? Italy. Come on. They don't have the best electrical... actually, they do have good electricians when they come to the States. But back over there where they're from, in this part of the country, no. They had bad... They rigged it up to work with, a couple of spark plugs. Fuse boxes. That word fuse alone should scare the shit out of you and think fire. Refrigerators always. Washing machines. Microwave ovens. Are you kidding me? All of these are electronics. And I'm sure people in that part of the world where they don't have the right, they don't have the, what do they call those? Those strips that keep your energy governed? Something strips. Anyway, I think this is fun. Good stuff. Oh, what did I just do?
One criticism that I will give to episode 6 is that it seemed to create the illusion that Lou Elizondo and Tom DeLonge were meeting with current active duty government officials of Italy, when in actuality, at least according to my research, they were meeting with ex-military and I think ex-government officials as well.
Wait, according to your research and you say, I think? According to your research and then you say, I think?
Research, they were meeting with ex-military and I think ex-government officials as well.
Good research.
In fact, the narrator said the following in episode 6. As the meeting winds down, Elizondo, DeLonge, and the Italian officials agree to form a global partnership. If their governments won't take the threat...
We're now narrating narrators. Capiche?
Seriously, they'll work together outside the system. That said, during episode 6... Luis Elizondo relayed the following. The last moment of the last hour of our engagement with the Italian government, we were afforded a thumb drive that has a tremendous amount of data on it about UAPs, and here particularly in Italy. So in one incident, the narrator paints a picture that they're not meeting with government officials. And in another incident during the episode, Elizondo states that they were meeting with the Italian government. Now, Elizondo may have misspoke, but nevertheless, that is one criticism I would give to
Elizondo
this
told the
episode.
truth.
During the meeting with Italian researchers, Elizondo was asked a fascinating question. Have you ever tried to contact those who are supposedly piloting these devices? To which Elizondo answered, I can't answer that question. Now, this got me thinking. There is almost certainly super secret special access programs within the United States government that have been studying UFOs for decades. And if you doubt that, then I'm just going to say you're naive. I like how Brian Bender put it when he was talking with Alejandro Rojas recently.
Pussy.
He said something to the effect of, if the Pentagon hasn't been studying UFOs for a long time, that would be akin to a malpractice. They sure damn well should have been and should be studying it now beyond ATIP, and I'm convinced that they are. But it got me thinking that there might be a program that's either dedicated or spends a lot of time, at least, trying to communicate with a phenomenon.
Oh my God.
There's a couple reasons this would actually...
I can't. I just can't. I can't. I just can't. We already did it. Yeah, I just realized what time it was. I forgot I got shut down tonight. Damn it. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I have 5 minutes left. I think there was something I had to play from here. Hey, if it wasn't that good, I wouldn't do it. What did I see? Oh, it might not have been... Look, I haven't looked at any of these. I don't know. I don't know, man.
So when L takes episode...
Oh, no. We're not watching this. Oh, man. My fault. I forgot. It's just a bad night tonight, guys. I'm the worst.
This probably won't be up till Wednesday morning, but it is what it is. But here's the deal.
He's making deals.
You know, I'm looking up right now, and all I am seeing is airplanes spraying the sky.
Yeah, that's where airplanes are, Richie. You look up, I see airplanes, Mommy. No shit. I'm looking up right now. Oh, I didn't know airplanes were in disguise.
With absolute impunity. And since they've come out and said it, you know, it was a soft disclosure. They didn't come straight out.
Oh my God. Now
news.
he's trying to dip into ufology now by talking about admitting chemtrails are part of the Cool the Earth Off project. He's so stupid.
And say, attention Americans, you know, this is your president. We're going to begin spraying the sky to save America.
Even if they chemtrailed 100 cities around the world, that wouldn't do anything. It's just a little bit cloudy. Seriously, man. Do you know how ridiculous chemtrailing sounds right about now? You can only isolate it. You can do a whole city, I believe. Maybe a few. If you had all those planes. But you can't cool a whole freaking planet down. You got to do it all at once. At least half. Do you know how big? It's not a tennis ball, Richie.
From global warming by bouncing the sun's rays back into outer space. They didn't do that. But they did it every single solitary other way. They put it in physics.org. They put it in every news magazine. They put it absolutely everywhere. But the problem is, the average American
sounds like he's taking off
those things like we do. Do you see what I'm saying? And the problem is, average Americans are looking at
this is your captain speaking. We're now idling at 35,000 feet. Over to the left, you can see Ricky from Boston. Everybody wave.
Tell me what you see. You'll see a rainbow. You know what I mean? Technically, I guess, it's beautiful. But you're dumping oil.
This is your captain speaking. Richie from Boston is still talking. If you want to look out the west side, You can see his big fat ass.
Allegedly eat things. I don't know. Here's the problem. I've been busy the last few days, so I've been listening to a lot of other channels. You know what I'm saying? Channels that I've listened to for 10 years, basically.
This is your captain speaking. Richie from Boston has been listening to channels.
Raising the alarm about chemtrails. Mentioning it in passing is great. You know what I'm saying? Mentioning it once in a while is great.
Hey, Richie from Boston, I'm chemtrailing.
And we're breathing all of this in. All of us. We're breathing this in. We have no choice. We're breathing it in. We're absorbing it through our skin. We're eating it. We're drinking it. Because
Hey, Richie, I'm breathing.
completely decimate everything that people use as intake calories or food. Because everything is genetically modified, fluoridated, etc. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we do.
It's
All right,
really-
man, that was freaking awesome. I gotta go. Hey, look, that's the show. Hey, yo. I'm glad you hung out for whatever we did tonight. I'm going to let the stream go over here. Hold on a second, YouTubers. All right, on kingdomofniradio.com. You guys have a good night. SOR's coming up in about 7 or 8 minutes. I don't know, 6 after the hour. You know, I can keep going, right? I mean, I don't have to stop it. Just for Dave, screw it. I'm going to go a few more minutes. He doesn't start. All right, I'm going to let the stream go. We didn't talk about it. I'm not going to break the rules. I am supposed to let it go for the top of the hour, and there I go. Good night. Now, you guys on YouTubes, we're still good, all right? So let's get out of here. I did it with my hand, wasn't even up there. We're going to come back to Richie from Boston. We're going to keep this show going till I say I'm done. How do you like them apples?
Like, what is up, guys? What's going on here?
Hey!
I don't understand why so many people are making videos about this, that, and the other thing, but they're not focusing at least a couple times a week on chemtrails, geoengineering, solar remediation, whatever you want to call it. But my issue with calling it anything other than chemtrails is...
This is your captain speaking. Is anybody buying this bullshit?
It's been already put out in the mainstream, soft disclosure. You're no longer exposing a crime. You're entering into a debate. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get why people are, chemtrails, we've been talking about that for years. Good. But it's getting worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? And they've come out with it. So I don't get.
Let's rewind those last 10 seconds. I want to see if I understood what I heard.
But it's getting worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? And they've come out with it. So I don't.
It's getting worse, and they've come out with it. Wait, what? I'm sorry.
Get it. I don't get it. I don't get why people are, chemtrails, we've been talking about that for years. Good. But it's getting worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? And they've come out with it. So I don't get.
It's getting worse and worse, and they've come out with it. Huh. I gotta tell you, this is a new type of English I'm not used to. I don't know this, what do they call that again? I couldn't come up with a very odd way to speak.
I don't know, man. I don't get it. I know for
Obviously.
a fact, because it's what I talk about almost always. Chemtrails is not a sexy subject.
No.
Chemtrails ain't gonna go viral. You
No.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But who knows what it is they're spraying in there? I don't know how many times over the years the military, the government,
Who
has
cares?
sprayed American.
Hey, here's what I know. Tell me if you agree with me on this. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do? Nothing. I don't know. I don't have the answer. That's why. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh God, I really am. I'm just not me tonight. I'm worse.
In other countries to see what would happen.
The government is spraying us from the skies. It is incumbent on everyone who wishes to remain in the respectable, polite circles of society that they deride all chemtrail theorists as kooky fringe nut wingbats.
What are you gonna do?
Or whatever the ad hominem du jour is.
Stop it!
I mean,
stop
who
it!
could actually believe that the government would ever coordinate?
Oh, you planes! Oh, stop it! Oh no, you big plane! Stop it! No, stop spraying. Stop. Nope, not happening. Still gonna spray. Still gotta breathe. What are you gonna do? You're breathing it. You're eating it. You're wiping your nose in it. It's in your shoes. It's in your hands. It's in your hair. And you don't care. 'Cause you never go there. It's chemtrail. It's everywhere.
A program to spray toxic chemicals on
do?
unwitting citizens.
It's in the atmosphere.
Except, of course, for the pesky little fact that the U.S. government has done precisely that. Repeatedly, in fact. Like in the San Francisco Bay Area in 1950.
What are you going to do?
The U.S. Navy conducted an experiment they codenamed Operation Sea Spray, in which they secretly sprayed the population with Serratia marcescens, a
Serratium sarsevans. What are you going to do? I'm just going to inhale some more Serratium sarsevan. What is it called? Scrotium scrosevens. Martin Scorsese. I don't freaking know, all right? Yeah, whatever. Richie from Boston. Look at this. We've created the Dust Bowl.
The death of at least one person and the hospitalization of many others. Which, I suppose, answers the experimenter's question, doesn't it? Are San Franciscans susceptible to a bioweapon attack by terrorists?
Yeah, that's legit.
Well, yes, evidently. Assuming by the word terrorist, you mean the U.S. Navy.
Biological agents, all sorts of crazy crap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're spraying on the regular now.
On the regular.
It was so funny that my neighbor was kind of coming at me like in a snarky way. And I noticed it. For a good 3 days. You couldn't see them spraying at all. And he straight up said to me, so, what's your theory on the, not spraying? As soon as he said it, we looked up and they started spraying. And then they just absolutely demolished.
I know they're listening to me. They was just waiting for somebody to talk to me about it. You know what it is, my neighbor? Check this out, right? My neighbor used to work, wink, wink, used to work, wink, wink, with the CIAs. Yeah. Wink, winks. I think he told him to start spraying. As soon as he came up to me and he said, in 3 days, I said, look up. Oh my God, I think I broke my gizzard. Something happened. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it hurts to swallow. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, we got to end it. Oh, that hurts. That could be the beginning of something bad. This is what happened when I got laryngitis the last time. I felt something snap in the gizzard. Right in the vocal cord. Yeah, man, that hurt. It was like, I even heard it. You know when you can hear like you hear shit. You hear your ankles cracking in your head. I felt something snap in my neck. Oh my God, that sucks. Yeah, it totally changed. Oh, it just feels awful now. Well, that's life, man. Well, we're out of here anyway, so let's get the heck out. I want to thank everybody. Oh, wait a second. Should we have Renee be our fourth, I don't know. We got to think. We got 30 seconds. Should we have Renee be the fourth? You know what? We'll let you know Friday. How's that? I want to concur with some people. My throat's killing me. Holy shnikey. I want to thank everybody who came in and listened. Thank you very much. And hope you guys have a good week. I will see you Friday. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, but I will be here Friday, okay? So you guys have a good one. Have a good one. I'll see you Friday. Thanks, Nathan, B. Baker, Pat, chat room. You guys are awesome.